Alright, so here's a tech update for all you gearheads out there wondering about the Corvette and how we're doing. We are in Las Vegas at the moment, and the city's just waking up, or I guess it's been up for a while, or maybe it's the city never sleeps. It's New York. But anyway, the Corvette, doing a little tuning on it, road maintenance. The spark plugs we put in 2 steps hotter last time, and I think that was good for the colder climates. But interestingly enough, I don't know why, 1357, number 7 here, I think just decided to go thank you. Decided to go bad on me. Number 7, where is it at? Spark plug, there it is. Yeah, look at that thing, just carboned right up. Anyway, the rest of them are, they read a little rich, but you know, when I parked the car outside the hotel parking lot to come in, I think those carburetors drip a little bit, and then when I fired up to bring it in the parking garage, it blackens them up. But they're reading okay. The last Napa dealer somewhere out in the desert sold me some auto lights that are the correct heat range. I'm hoping out here in the heat I don't need the hotter plugs. And then, oh yeah, for you folks that like the Petronix, this left me on the side of the road in Redwood. This Petronix unit, this is one of those units that mounts up underneath the top of the distributor. You can fortunately change it on the road. I don't have to pull the distributor. But I think what was happening was this Petronix pickup was hitting the distributor cap. And there's some evidence inside the cap from that. I'll show you over here. I don't know if there's enough light, but in the distributor cap, come on now. No, can't quite see it. There's some traces in there. Let me get a flashlight. And so I had a flashlight here with my tools. Ah, there it is. This might help you guys see what's going on. Yeah, look inside the distributor. It's a bunch of dust from the, I think that pickup that went underneath the top of the distributor. But fortunately, I threw in my tool bag a set of points, Unilug or Unisat or whatever they call them, with the condenser and the points all together. Problem with these is if you don't have a dwell meter, it's really hard to see the gap on this booger. And I mean, I can just barely see it, but I can't get a feeler gauge in on it. So I'm actually setting these points by eye. When I threw them in there on the side of the road in Redwood, I just trusted the fact that they were set when I pulled them out. Tuned it a little, but then as I went down the road, the more tuning I did, the worse it got. I was turning the set the wrong way. But now I can eyeball them. They were just about closed up. It was amazing it was running. There might be some contributing factor to those spark plugs. But I got them set now by eye, about 19, 20 thousandths, as close as you can get by eye. We had an oil leak. Valve cover was leaking a little bit, but that was because of me adjusting the valves in Yellowstone. All I had to do is tighten down on some of these vintage valve cover bolts, old school stuff. Oil leak, that's most of it. When I was changing spark plugs, I felt my compressor mount bolt was a little loose, so I put a torque on that. The second alternator we put in, or not, it's first since we left the trip, it was a day 1 or something, day 2, my alternator died. Put an alternator in, it's holding up fine. So it just shows you parts, new parts. The first alternator was junk. And that's it. I'm gonna put the distributor back together, and we got a tune-up. We're gonna head to Hoover Dam, Grand Canyon. So thanks for staying tuned.